Good day, grade 11 students. Another day and another learning for all of you. But before we proceed, of course, I want to give you all a thumbs up for doing a great job these past few months. I know that all of you are having a hard time because of the situation that we have right now. But we proved to all of them that I can, you can, and we can do everything. We just have to believe in ourselves. So, keep it up, guys. And always remember, tayo lang malakas. So for the final quarter, we will be starting with fundamentals of public speaking. I know that some of you are not into speaking, especially in public or in front of a big audience. But for you to lessen your stage fright and become more confident and ready before delivering a speech, you can have a written guide. So for that, I will be teaching you the speech writing process. So the first thing that you have to do when writing a speech is to conduct an audience analysis. It is very important to consider your audience in preparing a speech because public speaking is not a self-centered but an audience-centered activity. So when we say audience analysis, it entails looking into the profile of our target audience. The profile includes the following informations such as demography, situation, and psychology. For demography, you have to identify the age range, male and female ratio, educational background and affiliation or degree program taken, nationality, economic status, and academic or corporate designations. For situation, you need to know the time, venue, and the occasion where you will deliver your speech. And for the psychology, you need to know the values, beliefs, attitudes, preferences, cultural and racial ideologies, and needs of your target audience. So with the help of these informations, you can assure that your speech would be effective as what you expect for your audience. Second is, when writing a speech, of course, we need to determine our purpose. And for that, we have 3 types of speech according to purpose. We have informative speech, where your purpose is to give or to provide useful and interesting information to your audience. Another is entertainment speech, where your purpose is to make your audience smile, relax, enjoy, and maybe even laugh their heads off. It depends on your sense of humor, of course. And the last one is persuasive speech, where you are trying to convince or persuade your listeners of the validity of your argument. This might involve persuading someone to change their opinions or letting them accept some beliefs that have not really been considered before. The third thing that you have to do is selecting a topic. Of course, when we say topic, it is the main point of your speech. So it is very important that you choose one that really interests you. You can also base your topic on your personal experiences which other people can relate. You can also ask for some opinions from your family, from your friends, or you can base your topic on what's trend or what is the latest issue, and many others, for you to come up with a good topic for your speech. So after selecting a topic, it is the time for you to narrow it down. It is making your idea more specific and focused. Since we don't want to make our speech too long and too broad, we need to make it more specific and focus on a particular thing on your chosen topic. You can do this by eliminating unnecessary information. So after selecting and narrowing down a topic, it is the time for you to gather information or data gathering. It is collecting ideas, information, sources, and references relevant to your specific topic. The data that you will gather will be very useful in achieving your purpose of your speech. So if you already collected enough data, you may now start writing your speech by selecting a writing pattern. When we say writing pattern, these are the structures that will help you organize the ideas related to your topic. Examples of that are biographical, categorical, casual, chronological, comparison or contrast, problem and solution, and spatial. So after selecting a writing pattern, you can now start with your outline. An outline is a hierarchical list that shows relationship of your ideas. A good outline helps you see that all ideas are in line with your main idea or message. It actually includes the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So let's have first the body. The body provides an explanation, examples, or any details that can help you deliver your purpose and explain the main idea of your speech. It is very important that the body of your speech should only have one central idea to avoid confusion. Here are some strategies to highlight your main idea. First, as much as possible, present real-life or practical examples so that your audience can relate and easily adopt on what you are saying. Second is, you can show some statistics to make your argument more reliable. Third, you can present comparison to avoid being biased. And the last one is, you can share ideas from experts and practitioners to make your speech more credible. But don't forget to give credits. Next is the introduction part, where it considered as the foundation of your speech. The primary goal of this part is to get the attention of your audience and present the subject of your speech. So, you have to make sure that your introduction is interesting and catchy. So the question here is, how can we do that? Well, you can start with a familiar or strong quote and then explain what it means. Another is, you can tell a personal story to illustrate your point, but of course you have to make sure that your audience can relate. So, those are the strategies that you may apply. Next is preparing the conclusion part. It is where you restate the main idea of your speech. It also provides a summary, emphasizes a message, and calls for action. So how can you make a good conclusion for your speech? First is, you can begin your conclusion with the restatement of your message. You can also use positive examples, encouraging words, or memorable lines from songs or stories familiar to your audience. You can also leave your audience with a memorable statement. And you can also ask a question or series of questions that can make your audience reflect or ponder. By doing all of this, you can assure that your speech will be remarkable to your audience. So after creating an outline for your speech, it is now the time for you to do some editing and revising. In this part, your written speech involves correcting errors in mechanics such as grammar, punctuation, capitalization, unity, coherence, and other. For that, you can actually ask someone to check your work considering all the things that we mentioned, but you will be the one to do the final output, applying all the corrections given. And the final step in preparing your speech is rehearsing. The importance of this is it gives you opportunity to see or to identify what's work and what does not work for you. So when rehearsing, you can actually stand in front of a mirror to see yourself, or you can ask someone to accompany you while rehearsing for some suggestions for your speech. So that's all for our speech writing process. But before I end this discussion, I want to leave you some guidelines or some additional guidelines that will help you in writing your own speech. And that's all for today. Hopefully you learned and at the same time enjoy our discussion. But if you have questions and clarifications regarding to our lesson, you can send it to me to our group chat. Thank you for watching!